Speedboosters, the universal solution for a lot of APS-C or Micro Four Thirds users that want to achieve the full frame look in their images. Doesn't matter if it's a photo or a video. But what's the catch with them? In a lot of the reviews that you can see on the net, you can read or hear so many good things about them, that they give you the full frame look on the APS-C camera that you're using, and you're getting more light, which is true. But there is something wrong. Everybody tells that you get more bokeh, which is somehow true, but it's also a lie, and manufacturers of these magic optics are supporting this with some clever tricks for your camera. So as you can see, the speed booster is probably just one-piece lens that focus all the light from a full frame lens on your tiny sensor. But they also have some electronics on them that read the current specs of the lens. I don't know, excuse me, this video is totally unscripted and I just decided to start it and start it. So these pins right here, come on, focus. These pins right here read the current state of your lens, and what their make is, the manufacturer, the focal length, and of course the aperture that you're shooting with. So as you know, the aperture, you can open it wide to get more light on your sensor, or you can close it down to restrict some of the light, depending on the situation. And especially on dark scenes, you want more light, and your lens have limitations. You can open it at its widest state, its widest openings of the aperture, but you still are not getting more light, and you have to bump your ISO or use different techniques. But if you can't use these different techniques, you want less noise, so you need more light, and of course you're relying on the speed booster. But the most common lie that you hear about speed boosters is you can get the full frame look. Probably yes, but the full frame look is associated with the amount of bokeh or autofocus background. So let me tell you, the speed booster doesn't open the aperture wider, and I don't know how to explain it. Probably I have to show you, so let's jump to my test. Here we have Canon M50, which has 1.6 crop on its sensor, and we have the Nifty 50 f1.8 lens, and it's coupled with a standard EF to EFM mount adapter to the camera. And here we have our main objects, and for a background I have this book, this collector, I don't know the English word, but the important thing for me is the player figure and the writings here and everywhere on the cover. So let's take a picture with the standard EF to EFM adapter. As you can see, my Canon shows f1.8 to the lens, and I am focused on the main subject. So I'm gonna take a picture. Let's review the picture. Here it is, you can see. And now let's switch off the camera. Let's take off the lens. Damn, it's hard with only one hand to do this. Let's take off the adapter. Come on, come on. Excuse me. The adapter is off, and now I will put the speed booster on the camera. Where this is hitting something. Ah, damn. I need two hands.
One eternity later.
Alright, now the speed booster is on the camera, the same lens, and you can see the first lie, it shows f1.8, but if I wide open it at its widest, which is actually f1.8, it shows f1.2. But this is the first lie. It's not true. It's not 1.2. This is just readings that the speed booster sends to the camera, because physically it doesn't open the lens more than f1.8. And now, of course, we have wider field of view, and again I'm gonna focus on our main subject. You see where the focus point is, and I'm gonna take a picture. And now let's compare the two pictures. Alright, here are the two pictures. On the right side is the one that was taken with just the converter from EF to EFM adapter. And on the left is the one that is taken with the speed booster. As you can see, the right one is closer, some like portrait one, that the main subject looks a lot bigger, and on the left you have more wider field of view, and the main subject looks like it's farther in the picture. But if we zoom in the left picture, so the main subject looks like similar size like the right one, we can see at the writings on the background we have absolutely the same bokeh, and that's because the lens was at the same aperture, and we are just getting more wider field of view using the speed booster. Of course, we have a little bit more light, but here we talk about bokeh, and the bokeh is absolutely the same. We have just wider field of view. So guys, you can see the levels of bokeh are the same, but where is the catch? Right, because we have wider field of view, if we want our main subject to be the same size, we can move it a little bit closer and closer and closer, and probably like that. And when we focus, let's see, it's that big, and now it's around the same size in the picture, but now the subject is a lot closer, and because of the closest distance, now our background is more blurred. Let's take a picture and see how it looks, and compare to the original two pictures with and without speed booster, but with object that sits far from the sensor. When we compare the three pictures, on the left side you see the one taken with speed booster, and we have a wider field of view. On the center is the one taken with no speed booster, and as we already know, they have the same amount of bokeh. But on the right side is the picture taken with speed booster but moving the object closer. So we have advantage of the closer field of view and moved our main subject closer. So we have a lot more separation between the main subject and the background. And that separation gives us more bokeh. And you can see it's a lot more blurred on the cover of this magazine. You can't read the writings on the cover compared to the other two pictures, where you can read almost clearly, despite it's a little bit blurred. Season. Moving your object closer gives you more bokeh, and the ability to have more separation between your main object and the background gives you the bokeh. It's not the speed booster, it's not a magical device, but if you know how to use it, you can have a really great advantage. Overall, don't trust the readings, just know your gear. So guys, don't get me wrong, I've used this speed booster a lot in the last 4 or 5 years, and it was always in my backpack, almost always on my camera, and it helped me really a lot. But I'm just annoyed how the reviewers and manufacturers explain you the way that this thing works. So, is it worth? Yes, definitely yes. And do you have to consider buying one? Probably yes, depending on what you need and what your goals are. I know there are no perfect optics and there are no perfect lenses. Of course, there are no perfect speed boosters. Some are pricier, some are cheaper. It's not cheap like just converter, but yeah, I loved it, and probably I will continue to use it as long as I have the crop sensor Canon. Thank you for watching. If you think this video was helpful, like it, subscribe to my channel for more content, and of course share it to your friends that consider getting more light. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.